Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to another video. Today's topic will be order of operations. Yes, we're going to learn about order of operations. Stay tuned. Now, when you hear the term order of operations, these are rules that state the order in which math operations are carried out. For example, you have an equation 4 plus 5 multiplied by 3. To solve this problem, you have three numbers with two operations. So you'd wonder which of the operations to do first. So let's do this. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9 times 3 is equal to 27. So the final answer is 27. If we should do the multiplication part first, so let's rewrite the equation over here. So we'd say 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4 is 19. There you see we have two different answers to the one equation. So this is where order of operations comes in. It states the order in which an operation should be carried out. So in math, there's an acronym called Pemdas. That's P-E-M-D-A-S. So this acronym states the rule in which each operation is carried out. So P stands for parentheses. E stands for exponent. M stands for multiplication. D stands for division. A stands for addition. And S stands for subtraction. So this acronym shows you the order in which the operation of an equation should be solved. So the first rule is parentheses. Some people might be wondering what parentheses are. Parentheses are symbols. So these are parentheses. And when we put an equation between them, it forms a group. So for example, we have the equation 5 times 2 plus 3. In order to solve this equation, using the rules, we first gonna get rid of the parentheses, whatever is inside the parentheses, because it's a first rule. So if we should say 2 plus 3 is 5, then we multiply by the 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. So our final answer would be 25. So in this equation, you'd have to get rid of what is inside the parentheses first before you do the other part of the equation. So what if we should get a problem that has more than one set of parentheses? For example, 7 minus 3 plus 5 times 2. Here we have two sets of parentheses. So in this equation, we have four numbers and 3 operations. So we need to simplify both of our parentheses groups before we can do the addition between them. Please note, it doesn't matter which set of the parentheses you do first. You just need to do everything inside the parentheses before you do anything outside of the parentheses. So let's simplify. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Then you put back your plus, and 5 times 2 is 10. So 4 plus 10 is equal to 14. Here we have 14 as our final answer. Now that you know you always do parentheses first, let's move on to the second rule, which is exponent. So exponent is just a way of writing repeated multiplication. So for example, 4 times 4 is equal to 4 squared. So this would be the exponent. It's just a way of writing repeated multiplication. Another example, 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 to the third power. Exponent is a shorter way of writing repeated multiplication. The smaller number is called the exponent or power. It tells you how many times to multiply the bigger number. So for example, you get the equation 5 times 3 to the second power to be solved. You'd have to simplify the exponent part first. So this exponent is telling you to multiply 3 2 times. 3 times 3 would be 9 times 5. 5 times 9 is 45. So 45 would be our final answer. One thing to note is that sometimes you'll get a problem that has an exponent inside the parentheses. For example, you have 4 times 5 to the second power plus 7. In this equation, you can see we have an exponent inside of the parentheses. So you'd be wondering which one you should do first, whether you do the exponent first or we do the other part first. But the truth is that once you do whatever is inside the parentheses first, you can't go wrong. So you say 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 4, put back the bracket, then 4 times 25 is 100 plus 7. So 100 plus 7 is 107. So final answer is 107. So once you do whatever is inside the parentheses first, you cannot go wrong. So if you should say 4 times 5 is 20 times another 5, it would be the same 100. So in the acronym Pemdas, we have completed the parentheses exponent. Moving on to the third rule, we have multiplication, then division. The third is multiplication and division have equal importance. So does addition and subtraction. Let's take a look at how these rules work. Our first example, if we have 4 plus 5 times 3. Looking at this equation, you should remember that it's the first example I show you when I just start the video. So now we're going to find out if our first answer was right or our second answer was right using the rules. So here we have the operation multiplication and addition in this equation. So you see where multiplication comes before addition, so you're going to do the multiplication part first. So 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4 is 19. So the second answer was indeed correct. Now you see why we need these rules. Let's look at another example. So if we have 2 times 7 minus 3, where we have multiplication and subtraction. And multiplication comes before subtraction, so we multiply first. So 2 times 7 is 14 minus 3. 3 from 14 is 11. So our final answer is 11. And if we should do it the other way around, do the subtraction part first, would get a different answer. Because 3 from 7 is 4, and 4 times 2 would give you 8. So you see, you get a different answer. So this is the main reason why we need these rules. Let's take a look at another example. So if we have 6 divided by 3 plus 8, the two operations to be carried out is division and addition. And division comes before addition. So we're going to do the division part first. So 6 divided by 3 is 2 plus 8 is 10. So here we have 10 as our final answer. Another example. 25 minus 12 divided by 2. We have subtraction and division to be carried out. Division comes before subtraction, so you're going to do the division part first. So 12 divided by 2, you're going to get 6 as your answer. And then you minus 6 from the 25, which leaves you with 19. And you get 19 as your final answer. I'm going to show you two final examples. So in the equation 5 minus 3 plus 6, we have addition and subtraction operations to be carried out. So these rules are of equal importance. So in this problem, we will find addition and subtraction. You work the problem from left to right. So 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 plus 6, and the final answer would be 8. So when you have an equation that has both addition and subtraction, which is of equal importance, you work the problem from left to right. Let's take a look at this one. 15 divided by 3 multiply by 2. So in this equation, we have the operations division and multiplication to be carried out. So multiplication and division is of equal importance. So you'd work the problem or the equation from left to right. So 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. Then 5 times 2 is then equal to 10. So we have 10 as our final answer. So with the rules that is of equal importance, if you get an equation that has both of those rules, you work the problem from left to right. So the acronym Pemdas shows the order in which the operation of an equation should be carried out or should be solved. There's another acronym that is used in math, but I prefer to use Pemdas. The other acronym would be Pemdas. So if you see this acronym, it's basically the same thing as Pemdas. The B would stand for brackets. So instead of parentheses, they would use brackets. These would be the brackets, which holds the operation. The O would stand for order. The M multiplication, D division, A addition, S subtraction. So it's basically the same thing, but I prefer to use this acronym, Pemdas. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I have helped you to understand how the rules of the order of operations work. Please like, share, comment, tell a friend about the channel, and also
remember to subscribe to my channel and turn that post notification on so you get notified when I upload my next video. Stay safe.